Hi, I'm Rebecca Kanopka, Ag Agent in Carter County, and welcome to Around the Farm.
And I'm Philip Kanopka, Ag Agent in Lewis County. Today we're going to talk to you about a disease that will typically hit some fruit trees and possibly some landscape trees. That disease is what?
Fire blight, and it's a very economically important disease of our apple and pear trees in commercial orchards as well as home plantings because it causes dieback very quickly. And it's caused by a bacterial infection that usually starts in the bloom and works its way through the tree. Fire blight can be very erratic from year to year because it requires very specific conditions for the disease to develop and spread. It likes 65 to 70 degree weather with rainy or high humidity. Once you have fire blight, the bacteria can spread very quickly. At 70 degrees, the number of bacterial cells can double in 20 minutes time. So overnight you can go from 1 cell to 1 billion cells, and all of those cells are capable of causing a new infection.
So how do we recognize the disease? This time of year we're in full leaf. Typically we have a fruit load on, but we had a late winter freeze this year, so we're not seeing a lot of fruit. But you'll see the leaves turn brown, die back, and stay on the branches. The bacteria hits so fast, a lot of times you'll see the tips of these branches curl back and they'll have what we call a shepherd's hook. It can also hit, like Rebecca said, in the bloom stage, and you'll see similar on the spurs where the blooms are at. The petals will start to die back, the leaves will start to die back, and that's a pretty good sign we have fire blight.
So how can we prevent fire blight?
Well, first and foremost, if we're worried about putting a new tree into the landscape, let's do our homework and let's check on resistance. Resistance goes a long way to help keeping this under control, but keep in mind, resistance does not mean immunity. Just means simply the fact that we can fight this disease off a little bit more. Some cultural practices we can do to manage this disease include pruning. We don't want to do some heavy pruning on trees because that's going to make the trees do rapid growth. Rapid growth is where this disease really loves to flourish. Also, we can make sure we have proper fertility. Always pull a soil sample to see where we're at. We don't want to do excess nitrogen because nitrogen again is going to promote excessive growth that's going to be young and tender for this bacteria to thrive in. So now that we have this disease, what are some options we can do?
So right now, at this point in the year, we're not going to do anything with our diseased tree because if we cut it off now, we can risk spreading it even further. But after the tree goes dormant in the winter time, we're going to prune these dead branches out. We're going to cut back 6 to 8 inches past where we see the dead spots here and prune those out. We're not just going to leave them laying on the ground though for that bacteria to spread through our trees again. We're going to remove those from the side of our trees. When you're pruning, make sure to use some kind of disinfectant spray on your pruners after you've made your cuts. That way you're not spreading the disease further with your pruners as well. Now everybody seems to have a lot of hand sanitizer around, and a spray hand sanitizer will work well to disinfect your pruners.
10% bleach will also work along with Lysol. If you do use bleach on your pruners, make sure that you oil them down after you use them because bleach is very corrosive and we want to take care of our equipment once we got it.
Is there anything that we can spray on our trees to help prevent fire blight?
Yes, there is. We can use a couple different bactericides. For a complete list of bactericides on all tree diseases, check out the Midwest Tree Fruit Spray Guide, ID 92.
Specifically for fire blight in apple and pear trees, you can use copper sulfate,
streptomycin,
or oxytetracycline.
For more information on fire blight or how to control it, feel free to contact us at the Extension Office or your local county Extension Office.